Hey everyone, ever wondered about what the book The Power of Now but never found the right answer? Well, today's your lucky day. Stick around because I'm about to break it all down in a way you've never seen before. Let's dive in. Rocket fire.
Detailed summary of The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now is a profound spiritual guide that teaches how to achieve inner peace by embracing the present moment.
Toll argues that most human suffering is self-inflicted and arises from our identification with the mind, particularly our obsession with past regrets and future anxieties.
The book emphasizes that true happiness and enlightenment can only be found in the now, and that our attachment to thoughts, emotions, and the ego prevents us from experiencing life fully. 1. Understanding the mind, the root of suffering. Tolle explains that human beings are trapped in constant mental activity. We overthink, worry, and replay negative experiences, which creates unnecessary suffering. Most people do not realize that they are separate from their thoughts. Instead, they identify with their mind completely. This constant chatter creates an illusion of time, where people either live in memories of the past or fear of the future, rarely experiencing the present moment. The key realization, according to Tolle, is that you are not your mind. You are the awareness behind your thoughts. By observing your thoughts without attaching yourself to them, you can break free from the cycle of endless thinking and truly experience life. 2. The illusion of time. Only the present exists. A central theme of the book is that time is an illusion. The past and future do not exist outside of our minds. The only true reality is the present moment. The past is just a collection of memories stored in your mind. The future is merely an imagined projection of what might happen. By constantly thinking about the past or the future, we fail to experience the now, which is the only moment that truly exists. The more you can bring your attention to the present, the more alive and peaceful you will feel. Tolle encourages readers to break free from the trap of time-based thinking and instead fully immerse themselves in the present. He argues that all problems are illusions of the mind because they are based on thinking about the past or worrying about a future. When you live in the now, problems lose their power over you. 3. The ego and the false self. Another key concept in The Power of Now is the ego, which Tolle describes as the voice in our heads that constantly seeks validation, control, and superiority. The ego thrives on comparison, conflict, and external identity. It convinces us that we are defined by our status, possessions, achievements, or failures. The problem with the ego is that it never allows us to be truly satisfied. It always wants more success, more approval, more recognition. This creates a state of perpetual dissatisfaction, where happiness always seems just out of reach. To break free from the ego, we must realize that our true self is not the ego, but the awareness behind it. By disidentifying from the ego and living in the present, we can experience real peace and fulfillment. 4. The pain body, how emotional baggage controls you. Tolle introduces the concept of the pain body, which is a collection of negative emotions and past traumas stored in our subconscious. The pain body feeds on suffering and becomes active when triggered by negative events or thoughts. For example, if someone criticizes you, your pain body may react with anger, sadness, or defensiveness. The more you identify with these emotions, the stronger the pain body becomes. It thrives on negative energy and can cause repeated cycles of emotional suffering. The solution: observe your pain body without identifying with it. When you become aware of your emotional reactions, you take away their power. Instead of being consumed by anger, sadness, or resentment, you simply notice them and let them pass. This awareness dissolves the pain body over time. 5. Acceptance and surrender, the key to peace. Tolle emphasizes the importance of accepting the present moment fully. He explains that suffering comes from resisting what is. When we fight against reality, we create unnecessary pain. For example, if you're stuck in traffic, you have two choices. Resist it, get frustrated, angry, and stressed. Accept it, realize that getting upset won't change the situation. By accepting reality as it is without resistance, you free yourself from suffering. This doesn't mean passivity, it simply means responding to life from a place of peace rather than frustration. Surrendering to the present moment allows life to flow effortlessly. Instead of trying to control everything, you learn to trust the process of life and respond with clarity rather than stress. 6. Practical techniques to live in the now. Tolle provides several practical methods to help readers stay present and cultivate awareness. Watch your thoughts. Simply observe your thoughts as if you were an outsider. When negative thoughts arise, don't resist them, just notice them and let them go. Be focused on your breath.
Your breath is always happening in the present moment.
By paying attention to your breathing, you naturally bring your awareness back to the now. So you feel your inner body. Direct your attention to physical sensations, your heartbeat, the energy in your hands, or the feeling of your feet on the ground. This grounds you in the present and quiets the mind.
Do deep listening in mindful presence.
When talking to someone, give them your full attention. Avoid mentally preparing your response while they speak, just listen. 7.
Enlightenment and the end of suffering. Tolle describes enlightenment as simply being fully present.
It is not a mystical or unreachable state, it is the realization that you are already whole and complete in the now. When you let go of past regrets, future anxieties, and ego-driven desires, you experience peace, freedom, and fulfillment. True enlightenment comes when you no longer need external things to feel happy, you simply exist in a state of pure awareness. Final thoughts why this book matters. The Power of Now is not just a self-help book, it's a spiritual guide to transformation. Tolle teaches that by detaching from the ego, the mind, and the illusion of time, we can achieve a state of deep peace and true happiness.
The key to ending suffering lies in our ability to fully embrace the present moment.
If you constantly feel overwhelmed by stress, overthinking, or emotional pain, this book provides a powerful shift in perspective. By practicing presence, acceptance, and surrender, you can break free from mental suffering and live a life of clarity, joy, and inner peace.
Key takeaways from The Power of Now.
1. You're not your thoughts, observe them without attachment. 2. The past and future are illusions, the only reality is now. 3. Your ego creates suffering, detach from it to find true peace. 4. Negative emotions, pain, body control, you become aware of them to dissolve them. 5. Accept life as it is, resistance creates suffering. 6. Presence is the key to happiness, peace, and enlightenment.
That's a wrap. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out. Got thoughts or questions? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay awesome and keep learning. Peace.